Hi guys, hey. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited that you guys are back here. I am super excited. Can you feel my excitement? I'm super excited. Okay, you know the drill. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to share. Subscribe, like, share. Subscribe, like, share. Okay, let's get to it. It's story time today. And from the thumbnail, I'm guessing you already know the topic, guys. I'm going to be talking about my worst experience as a photographer in 2022. I'm not supposed to do a drum roll, but yeah. Okay, so just like every other business owner, every other creative, every other person in the professional field, we all experience, we all have what's good, bad experiences, right? But I'm just going to be sharing the one that topped the most for me in 2022 as a photographer, right? So we had a particular client reach out to us for their wedding coverage, and for their wedding for photography and videography coverage in January 2022. And everything went well. It was out of the location, out of our base, so we traveled. I got my team to travel there and we did everything fine and good. But when it was time to deliver the images, we didn't deliver them. Now, let me tell you, let me give you a brief story before you judge me. Let me explain more, right? So when a client reaches out to us, we expect they commit a particular fee, right, before we even go. But because of the relationship we had with this particular client, we said, okay, it's fine. To be honest, they committed a particular amount, but it was not up to a fee. So after the event, after the wedding, we've taken everything, we've taken our videos, we've taken our pictures and everything. It was time to deliver the pictures, but we usually would not deliver the pictures until we've gotten complete payment. So because of that, we technically do not edit the images, right? So we just kept it in a particular place, like, oh, you know what, once they send in their full payment, we would start editing it, right? And this turned out to, they didn't send in their full payment till maybe 3 months later, right? But nevertheless, we've sent in some pictures so that they can use for their socials, right? Which is a normal thing or a empathetic thing to do for your client. So 3 months later, they did, was it 3 months or 2 months? I really can't remember now, but they paid a few months after the wedding and we were going to start editing. My team members were going to start editing. But sadly, so in a Nigeria wedding, there is usually the traditional, there is usually the court, there is usually the church, and then there is the reception. We didn't take the court. What we just covered was the traditional, the church, and the reception. So sadly, we figured out that the traditional was fine, the church was fine, but the reception, the card had issues. Like the card was not showing, nothing at all. And we kept on trying everything we could do here in Nigeria. So we had to send it to China for them to retrieve it. And this took it took a long period of time. So top of my mind, I think April, and they had their wedding in January. So that was already like 3 months before. So they've paid the money, so they expected pictures, but they didn't get it because we had issues with the reception. Please do not judge us. Do not judge me, because we've already given them the trad and we've given them the church, but the memory card for the reception got bad. So we had to send it to China. They brought it back to us. I think they brought it back to us about maybe June, thereabouts, because of the whole time sending there and bringing it back to Nigeria. When they brought it back, the image, the raw file came out half. So before we could not see anything, now we can see half, right? And we sent it back again. And it took the longest period of time this time to retrieve. I honestly didn't want to do it in Nigeria here because there was almost nobody that I could trust to do that. So if I was going to give anybody the memory card, the first person I was going to give the memory card to was going to dictate how everything is going to turn out to. So I didn't see, there was nobody that I knew top of mind that was able to do that in Nigeria here. So that's why we sent it. So typically we sent it to China 2 times before we got it. And just sending it took about a month, then retrieving it. It was just a very, I think it was just a very long and heartbreaking process for me, and for me as a person and for us as a brand. But one of the few things that I learned, because this story is not going to be complete if I didn't learn anything, or if we didn't say we're going to do something better, right, is first of all, our communication skills. I feel like we lacked a bit in communicating with our clients there, which we are working on effectively this year. So our communication skills was a bit low, right? Another thing is try to collect all your money on time so that you can just finish a project faster. It always helps, because to be honest, it's a creative business. Once you edit a project 3 months or 4 months after it was shot, there's this zeal that would have dropped drastically. So we'll work on ensuring that images, that first of all, clients pay their complete money, because if you don't pay your complete money, we're not editing your pictures. So first of all, clients pay their complete money on time, and then we edit the pictures. Nevertheless, we might have relationship with this client, right? So it doesn't mean that because of they didn't pay, we won't edit. We would edit, but we'll keep it aside. So yeah, it's every time I think about it in 2022, I feel depressed, because there were better ways we could have handled it. So when I'm shooting this video, we've given the clients all their pictures and all their videos. Glory to God, glory to God. But yeah, there were better ways we could have handled it. And this is just one of the few stories that I have running a business in Nigeria, right? I'm super excited for it, but I'm also learning in the process. So I would expect what has been your worst experience as a creative person? What has been your worst experience as a photographer? I hope you don't mind sharing in the comment section, and just tell me what I would have done better. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Bye.